Ngabe lisho lenjani Mahlabezulu sengiphindile kanjalo ukuliphawulela indaba ezisegudwini lamhlanje sizobheka udaba olulodwa lapho ke iParliamente yakulizwe laseBritain esiphawulile mayelana lokwenzakala eZimbabwe sikhangele ukuguqulwa kweConstitution ka2013 eyabunjwa nguZulu jikelele wakwele Zimbabwe njalo kuseselo hulumende wobumbano phakathi kweZANU-PF lamabandla ayehlukahlukene awe MDC ayebhazukene phakathi sinanzelele ukuthi ke kudalwa le constitution uZulu waseZimbabwe ubebambene njalo kwavunyelwana ngezinto lamhlanje umnumzana Mnangagwa asefuna ukuzihluthula ku constitution yaseZimbabwe amalunga edalela seParliamente eBritain ephawula ngokwenzakala eZimbabwe avezile ke ukuthi inhlanganiso yaseZimbabwe emele amalungelo oluntu ebizwa ngokuthiwa iZimbabwe Human Rights Commission ikuveze kwacaca ukuthi ke lolu hlelo lokuguqula iConstitution kumbe isisekelo sombuso eZimbabwe alulandeli amalungelo oluntu abantu bayathunjwa njalo babuye sebelimele njalo futhi uhulumeni weZANU-PF wenza kube sobala ke ukuthi akafuni amabandla aphikisayo aphawule mayelana lokuguqulwa kwesisekelo sombuso okulilungelo lezizukulwane zonke jikelele zelizwe leZimbabwe njalo futhi bakuveze kwacaca ukuthi sokuyisikhathi eside ke ilizwe laseBritain lizama ukuthi lilungisise inhlupho zaseZimbabwe ngokuxoxisana kodwa kuyacaca ukuthi lokho akusebenzi ngoba ke ibandla leZANU-PF liqhubeka lisenza elikwenzayo ukuvalela abantu baseZimbabwe ngaphandle njalo lokho sokudale ukudubeka okukhulukazi kwele Zimbabwe bashilo bathi bazobe belibhekile ilizwe laseZimbabwe lapho kusenziwa ke isisekelo sombuso besho ukuthi kulilungelo labantu bonke baseZimbabwe ukuthi baphatheke ekuguqulweni isisekelo sombuso wabo abazukungenela njengelizwe makuyikuthi ke amalungelo aseZimbabwe kumbe abantu baseZimbabwe ayananzwa njalo besho ukuthi kunanzwa kwamalungelo oluntu ezweni laseZimbabwe yikho kodwa qha okuzodala ingqubekela phambili ake sibezwe lapho bephawula kuParliamente laseBritain.
Question, Baroness Hoey.
If to ask the question standing in my name on the order paper.
The UK officials remain in contact with the government of Zimbabwe, civil society and other stakeholders as part of our ongoing engagement on this matter. The ambassador raised these issues yesterday with senior officials at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. However, constitutional amendments are a sovereign legislative matter for Zimbabwe. However, freedom of expression, peaceful assembly and association are essential to democracy. We continue to monitor reports of harassment and stress the importance of transparent, inclusive and lawful processes.
I thank the Noble Lord, the Minister, for that response to us, because he realised that the constitutional changes being proposed will mean that the people of Zimbabwe no longer elect their president, the Electoral Commission will be abolished, and judicial appointments will become very unsafe. And many more changes, all of which are anti-democratic. And this is coupled with the continued brutality, beatings, torture and imprisonment against opposition figures and those in civil society. And I'm glad that our ambassador has been meeting, but could we get assurance that our ambassador will speak out more strongly against the tyranny of the ZANU-PF regime that rules by terror and threat of terror and is using these processes through corrupt political processes to change the constitution and keep in power? And is it not time, finally, is it not overdue time for a radical reappraisal of the United Kingdom government's engagement with SADC and the African Union to impress on them that only when we get free and fair elections throughout Africa and corruption tackled will there be sustainable economic growth and social development in Africa?
There's a lot of questions there, but let me set out the position as clearly as I can. We share the concerns that have been highlighted in the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission report that the constitutional amendment public consultations to which the Noble Lady refers were highly managed with limited space for dissenting voices, civil society and the media. And I should say that the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission is, of course, an agency of the Zimbabwe government itself. We continue to urge that constitutional reform processes are inclusive, transparent and fully consistent with democratic principles and rule of law. As I say, I spoke to the ambassador this morning myself and he raised these issues yesterday. Can I just say, on speaking out more strongly, frankly, the government's view is 20 years of megaphone diplomacy didn't get us anywhere. And we are now in the business of engaging, though we don't at all underestimate the concerns that the Noble Lady is raising.
Uthando lwakhe salubona nthini, wanikela ngendodana yakhe, wafebula welesono zethu, ukuze namhlanje sithaluma.